your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Collegiate Battlegrounds Association. This is the last week of regular play. I will be your host for the Monday night games, Airless Goose, joined tonight, of course, by my esteemed co-host.
I'm Gigabyte.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly, as always, look ahead at our diamond competitors. Arizona State commanding 152 points ahead of second place Washington, third place Cincinnati, fourth place Oregon, fifth place UC San Diego. Then you have University of Texas, UT, followed by Texas Tech. The boys back home at UConn, UC Irvine, Florida International, UC Boulder, Arizona, East Carolina, Clemson, Robert Morris, Mizzou, Florida, Jacksonville State, and Oregon Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Diamond Division players. And with that, we bring you to the games.
The race for 8th right now in Diamond is super tight. For those of you who don't know how our playoffs are going to work, the 8th place in each of our divisions is the cutoff. Those are the people who are going to make it into the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's about to get crazy in that division. UConn and UC Irvine. I told my boys we're hyped for tonight because this is important This last week of regular play is huge for us, and it's huge for Irvine too. These guys are 1 point behind UConn right now, and they have to get. It's literally a toss up. 1 point actually could be 0 points. It does not matter.
You guys just got to make sure that Florida International doesn't sneak up on you.
Okay, well no, it's not gonna happen tonight, or it might. I can't tell. It's PUBG, but
it's PUBG. That's about as good of explanation there as any. It's PUBG.
It's PUBG. Yeah. By the way, makeup week is next week, so this is the last official week of regular season play. By 1 equals 0, I mean basically 1 point is not. It doesn't matter as much. Okay, I know 1 doesn't equal 0, but at the same vein, don't think about it. If you don't think about it too hard, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so looking at it now, 2 teams, school and apartments, 6 and 14, Irvine and Clemson. Pretty even spread among the middle side, no extremes, nobody on military. Pachinki, 2 teams. We have the classic Texas Austin, and that's Robert Morris. It comes down to it that these 2 teams drop there every single time in recent history.
They've gotten just used to fighting each other at this point.
Yes.
They're probably tired of each other at this point. Texas Austin.
Probably.
Texas Austin. You know what? They usually come out about even.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think in the ones I've seen, they've just stalemated.
Mm-hmm.
And just walked out of the city.
Yep. And the funny thing is, Robert Morris is a fair amount of positions below UT, and they still give them a run for their money, and that kind of shows you what practice can do in a certain city, and it kind of get you prepared to keep engaging with these other teams. And at the same vein, just it's PUBG. Like I said, anything can happen. Right now, that's Washington. You see Signite going over to the barns across the fields in Pachinki. It really just it depends on how these engagements decide to go. You can notice Robert Moore is taking a very spread out position, while UT is dividing into 2 squads of 2. Trickster all the way to the north of your screen right now. Squalid Movie all the way down. They're covering ground. They're looking at more angles. School choosing not to be the engagement for Irvine and Clemson right now.
Texas Austin has really got to play conservatively because they are currently inside the top 8. They're in the 6th position, and they're still not completely 100% guaranteed in yet. So they've got to make sure that they don't take any really, really, really obnoxious chances. If they don't just completely flub it here, they're in. But if they do completely flub it because they got cocky, they're never going to stop kicking themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree. This is a big night for a lot of teams here, especially in the Diamond Division. This is going to make or break a lot of people. I know just from talking from UConn, I've given my guys pep talks. These are, we've made some roster swaps from our subs, so we have new people coming in, and Irvine and UConn are so close. 1 point means a lot. At the same time, 1 point doesn't mean much, but it also means the world. And I don't know what's up with Irvine in terms of how they're playing it or how they're thinking about it, but I can tell you from our guys, it's a lot of mental stuff. It's about playing our A game, and that's what everybody has to do right now. Everybody has to be on their A game. Oh, hold on a second.
That circle. Oh my.
I got nothing. I'm sorry, chat. I'm done. I didn't get it.
Arizona State. Let's blessed with the circle again.
Freaking Arizona State, my guys.
By the way, Goose, did you change your mic to an ASMR mic? Because it sounds like you're right over my shoulder.
I mean, I changed my mic positioning a little bit, trying to get more of my voice in there, but other than that, nope, mic is still the same.
It sounds like an ASMR mic.
Could be possible. It's not. Julio's. A little bit of an engagement right now. Team 13, Swindle from Arizona, U of A, not ASU. Elm 0, Cincinnati, our 3rd place team right now. About 50 points behind Washington, who's in 2nd place. But there's nothing to say. It's PUBG. The heck else do you expect?
Yeah, really.
Honestly, okay, I know I've said this before. Emergency Squalid movie, Takeout Suck Extreme, by the way. Oh, I saw that in the kill feed real quick. At the same time, I said this once before in an earlier game, that, oh, you know, this is going to be the circle, the bridge camp, and then nobody bridge camped. Okay, look. This is the circle you bridge camp on. 100%. Okay?
You absolutely know that University of Cincinnati is going to be sitting there, because Elm Zero is going to be like, I want that second place by the end of the season.
I mean, look at them. They're holding west of Novo, so right off the bridge. Gives them a little bit more time to work with people coming off. Here we go. UT right now. DeGrotto with 2-piece on Trickster Squall moving. Elwood finishing off the other 2 for... What?
That suppressed micro Uzi.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. That suppressed micro Uzi.
No, not that. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just making sure. So UT is going to take Pachinki right there, knocking out Robert Morris. Chubba Bubba from Oregon on the bike.
What?
Okay. Yep, bike. Yep. What, your bike doesn't do that when you get on it?
I mean, it only vomits a little bit, not like that.
Only a little bit. Either way, it's, you know, a timing. Back to like a north. Timing is going to be huge here. Timing from people to get inside the zone, or timing for people to hold the bridge or decide what they're going to do is the most important thing right here.
Either way, like no matter how you look at it, Cincinnati is in a brilliant position here.
Yeah, they're really.
They're moving.
They're making the choice to move. It's a little bold. Maybe they're a little underlooted. Novo is completely open. There's no way anybody went there given the plane path. I'm almost out of words here. It's such an interesting circle, and the way team's going to play this is going to show. And I think actually this is the perfect circle to have for this kind of end of season game, because it'll highlight and test all of these players' abilities to manage timing, to know loot, to engage, to listen to their IGL, to respect the calls. And given the race between our 3 teams in 8th, 9th, or 7th, 8th, 7th.
I put 7 through 10.
7 through 10. I was just thinking, like, look at Swindle, U of A, Divine Mercy, UConn. UConn's big right now. They're not going to lose anybody to that engagement. They're going to take a little bit of damage, but they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Looks like Arizona's going to give chase, or not.
They're just going to let that one go. But UConn now has to deal with Oregon crossing the bridge, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do. I mean, it's going to be big for them if they don't make it across and Oregon decides to get them. Is that a skin?
Yeah, that's a skin. Yeah. Lots of early game fights here. Good circle for it, too, because they have, you just got the bridges, and that's it.
Interesting. This is the first time we're seeing a skin Collegiate PUBG. We're going to see Decimator from Washington actually going to finish off a Ripple Overdrive as they cross the bridge and lose 1 player. I mean, just these early fights. It's huge. This is an extremely important game.
What team is already out? Is that Texas Austin?
This is Robert Morris.
Oh, is Robert Morris? It was
Robert Morris, yeah. They got eliminated down over in Pochinki.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And look, UConn's going to play a little bit more of a conservative game, looking at them kind of to the right side of your map. They're right above the bridge, and they're not going to cross it just yet. They're waiting. They're trying to scope it out. They may catch a glimpse of Oregon here. Salsa. Yep, they're going to cut out a little bit. Chubba Puppa taking those warning shots. Ali D actually going to go down with a headshot. And now UConn forced to play a little bit defensively as he tries to take shots underneath the gas station walls right there. Again, this is huge. UConn has to just, get off the toilet. I think that's the expression.
Yeah.
But
for
like,
those of you wondering why we're talking about UConn so much here, if you just tuned in, or if you forgot what the current standings were, Texas Tech is in 7th, Connecticut in 8th, UC Irvine in 9th, Florida International in 10th. This is the race for our playoff spots.
Yeah.
Up through 8th gets into the playoffs. If you're below that, you're up crap creek without paddle.
Basically, yeah. So it's important that these guys play this, very well. And you see Divine Mercy is a little bit separated right now. He has engaging UT, Lighty onto Elwood. Actually, Divine Mercy going to finish off Elwood. Again, you'll remember, Elwood is he is on a professional team right now. And so UT losing them immediately is going to be big. for them to deal with as EMP Captain kind of goes away. Mr. Muff's LED, you can see the rotations coming down. Isolith and Platypus. Washington going to get a 3-piece right there with the car explosion. Here comes UConn. Going to be rounding up on the southern side of the field, engaging with the University of Texas as a Suck Extreme with the 4x M16. Take a shot to LED, who's going to hit a headshot. Not going to go down though, very low. Going to see him go prone. Now engaging up on Oregon on the top near the bridge. Again, Suck Extreme trying to land those shots with that really just interesting looking M16. And now, Lighty going to go down right there. Hate D is going to knock him out with a headshot. UConn looking like they're going to get a little bit pinched right here. I think the hesitation to not cross the bridge might come back to bite them as Ali D is super low. Curry is going to knock out Ali as well as feeling like he's a back down and reheal. UConn looking a little bit rough right now, and Divine Mercy and Mr. Muffs looking like they may just abandon Lighty and Ali as they're down right now. Leave the fight to Texas.
As it stands, I believe UConn has one dead, one DBNO, and then 2 still healthy. Mr. Muffs and his teammate there just trying to swim around the side. They're going to let Lighty go.
Yeah.
They've just got to stay alive.
Yep, and Mr. Muffs has done a lot of good work in terms of staying alive. And you see feeling the Curry there going to finish off Lighty. Mr. Muff's actually going to go on the rock and onto Hate D. He's going to take the shot. That's ballsy as heck. He's going to go for the down but not out, and that was insane. That was super risky. If he had stayed on that for just a little bit longer and wasn't insanely confident in that shot onto Hate D, he could have gone down there, leaving Divine Mercy to be a solo boy as the first circle closes in right now.
Yeah, Curry would have definitely just whipped around and killed him.
Yeah.
If he had stayed there any longer. But look who's right up there. You see Irvine is in the boat, just off of the coast.
Oh no.
They're trying to get in. You see Irvine.
If Irvine. Oh no.
might end up running into each other.
Yeah, Irvine looking a little bit bad right now. They're in the boat. 2 players down, or you see Looter, Shabu are very low. Oh no, Irvine looking like Shadow 1Z may go down here if EMP Captain lands those shots. Nice. Marku's going to go down as well. Looter looking really low as well. And Irvine suffering some of the same fate. Looter actually may go down to the zone here if he's not careful. Actually,
I think Shabu's just going to take off at this point.
Shabu may have to. Looter, actually, he's going to go down. He's in the middle of the ocean with no meds, and he's super low. Shabu going to be the last player left alive. And Irvine losing this many players this soon? Wait, that's huge. Wait, Irvine's gone.
No.
Oh, Shabu.
No.
Okay, I saw 13, and I thought they died, but it's not. Okay, Irvine has 1 player left alive with not a whole lot of health. Okay, this could be big. Shabu's super low. He's swimming on the top. He's getting shot at. If he goes down here. If he goes down there, that's going to be huge. Yeah, like, that'll be massive.
We just saw Texas Austin going down right there with the Suck Extreme finally getting knocked out by the University of Oregon. So, one more team down.
It's.
Oh, that circle.
That circle. What's happening? This is kind of crazy.
Another 2 teams we'll be focusing on quite a lot this game is the University of Cincinnati and University of Washington. Because while that race is pretty well spread out, it is not even close to guaranteed for University of Washington to finish in that second spot. The top 2 spots will move right on to our final round in the playoffs.
So I don't know. I'm there. Like, I don't know. This is tense. This is the first time where stuff is like on the line right now. You can see Penguin's gonna go knock himself out, believe the boat or something. Either way, he's gonna lose to himself. Is ASU right now holding down on Team 7 Wattler. Texas Tech. These are on the south side of the military island. Again, ASU did a really good rotation. Again, had the smarts to go inside where they believe the center of the zone would be. And they went there, and now they're holding it. So they're in the center of the zone as well.
That's ASU in a nutshell for you.
Yeah. And like
always find the center of the circle.
And that's something.
They're in the dead center too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, a lot of it comes down to skill. And I know a lot of it is like, oh, they got lucky with the circle. And like also a lot of it is their rotation is really, really, really good. They're really good at rotating into the proper position so they can hold them off for the late game. Like, that's massive.
ASU's biggest, probably their biggest and most important strategy is that they always try and find that center of the circle, no matter what. Circle moves, get to the center now.
Yeah,
because they know that that'll put them in the optimal position for the next circle.
Wait, what happened to Divine Mercy?
Mr. Muffs is alone.
Wait, I don't even know what happened to Divine Mercy. He's down, and he's a solo boy. I mean, hey, if UConn and Irvine, which, you know, both teams, if I had to say, they're not looking the best right now. Shabu just has swim across onto military right now with 5 bandages. Yeah, like
he's got to loot these houses.
Depending on who goes down here first, it could be absolutely massive. And again, we do have a game 2. Keep that in mind. This isn't the end all be all. It kind of is.
3 more games. We have 3 more games
for Diamond. Yeah.
One for Diamond before playoffs.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay then.
You know,
just PUBG.
Just yep. I don't know what you're talking about. They just went down the hill. Oregon.
Are you kidding me? They just did a dance. It was a salsa dance.
Yeah, it was fine. Totally fine. But at the gosh, I'm nervous. I really want to know what's going. Like nervous and ready for these guys to see what goes on. Team 18. This is U of Florida. You see those fragrances trying to come out. Platypus as well down there. Isolate. This is Washington.
They're mixing it up with Washington.
Yeah.
If Washington goes down here, this could be horrible for them.
Oh, actually, this could. I mean, it's not like Washington's in a bad spot. They're still going to guarantee basically playoffs. As Sig Knight's boat gets blown up right there, and he's going to finish off Captain Tasty, who ends up drowning.
Oh yeah, they're going to be in the playoffs, but the question is, are they going to have to play their way to the final, or are they going to be right there?
It's true.
If they end up dying this early, this could bring them within striking distance of the University of Cincinnati.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, at this point, the Cincinnati and, Washington are so far ahead of the pack right now that they are not really at risk. I mean, if UConn's the cutoff at 397 right now, and Cincinnati is in the 600s, the mid-600s, like...
Oh, yeah, they're in. They're in. I don't think there's any...
Yeah.
I literally do not think there's a mathematical way for them to be out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think... Just doing some quick, very rough mental math here. I think up to 6th is guaranteed to be in.
Mm-hmm.
7 and back are not guaranteed.
It's all up for grabs, pretty much. Yeah.
Actually, no. Up to 5th. 6th and back is not guaranteed.
Okay.
6th,
No, I agree with that more.
6th, yeah, they're in. Let's face it, they're in.
Mm-hmm.
But like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, I put all the way back to 11th as having a possibility. But the race really is 7, 8, and 9, 10.
The real squints now. This is Team 17. This is Mizzou shooting down at 18. This is U of Florida with a quick engagement right now on the hill. Again, we have Mizzou kind of slightly outside the zone in Florida, who is in near the coast. Real squints right now at the Mini 14, trying to land those leading shots, but not seeming to connect on them. Down to Huck, who threw those frag grenades. You saw them last week. He came in second. Last week, if you remember him, Peen. Real squint again. They got the tree kind of trying to peek out. Fried Rice gonna actually knock out down to Huck right there. He's gonna go down and finish the kill as the real squints now decides to push onto Peen from the side. It's a quick little engagement right now. Still have 12 teams and 33 players left alive.
2 solo boys.
2, possibly
2 of the most critical solo boys.
2 of them. Yeah, if there were 2 solo boys that were of most importance, it would probably be these 2 guys. You can see a little engagement between ASU and San Diego with Snow Dragons Downs Lens right there, and U of Florida may go down right here as Down to Huck gets finished off and is going to finish in 12th place as Real Squints gets the final pick. And Raikou from ASU going to look to end Terrence now, again from San Diego. So ASU, again, just trying to hold their own. I mean, ASU is in literally 0 worries about getting into playoffs. It's
they're
like
they're in first. They have first by 150 points. I honestly, mathematically, they actually no. At this point, 11 teams left. They have probably like 3 or 4 kills, but no. Mathematically, they're in first. Period.
They could literally not show up to the next 3 games, and they would be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they won't, because of course they won't. Why would you?
Because Snow Dragons wants to beat Sayuka, obviously.
Of course, yeah. I can fly Jake. You see him getting a quick frag up on the top. 11 teams still, 31 players. Ryan Blocks 14 from Clemson University taking a look at Mizzou. He's going to get hit a little bit running back with the UMP. I mean, you see one player, believe is down and now revived. For Clemson right there. Big Cheese Boy was the one who is down. You can see Mr. Muffs.
Oh no, Mr. Muffs and Shabu are right next to each other.
That's just the ultimate irony. I think the fact that they're so close to each other is impressive, really. It's
if they end up taking if one of them ends up taking the other out, that could be huge. Well, that will be huge.
It will be huge, yeah, because it, you know, certifies that one of these teams is going to get more points than the other.
Which, by the way, this whole week, ladies and gentlemen, we will be updating you game to game with who's in, who's out.
Yep.
Even if we don't show a slide, we'll be updating you game to game.
Yep. Kind of telling you, okay, currently this is who's in, you know, and what's going on with it. Because the race to playoffs is like, it's actually insanely real right now. I remember this was last time with UConn and Purdue. We had this kind of same engagement. The same situation, actually. UConn always on the rear end of trying to get in.
They're gonna see each other.
Look at Mr. He's getting in the car. Wait, that's ballsy. He's gonna get in the car and draw attention to himself with not a whole lot of land to work with. The circle is like, you know, it's a PUBG thing.
He's running right up into Clemson too.
Okay, we're not in the water anymore, PUBG. By the way, I didn't really want to acknowledge it, but just saying.
I mean, it's been going on for like 3 minutes now, so.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
If there's an elephant in the room, introduce it.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, Mr. Rome's making the bold decision. The circle is barely 50% in land, by the way. And I think that's the threshold, right? It has to be 50% land.
I'm not entirely sure, honestly, on the exact thresholds. I've seen it, like, I remember, maybe not in the most recent patch, but I do remember seeing it with much more large portions of water than land.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe they patched it?
Who knows? Mr. Muffs is just going to play, you know, the safe game, get in the center of the zone, and just go prone right there. Prone in the water almost. Water's even almost a better bet because, you know, you're not, you know, most of your body is quote unquote bulletproof. I believe that they added the bullet penetration in at some point, but
yeah, they used the exact same bullet penetration that the Mythbusters tested. Where the higher caliber pierces less.
Yeah, because I think the bullet is too hard in something with surface tension and it's slapping, so you're better off spraying with a UMP. But I don't know if that's actually true. In PUBG, no, in PUBG at least.
Oh, in PUBG?
Yeah, who knows?
So low here and running right up into Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, if Shabu, oh no, Irvine could be in a bad spot. He takes the shot. Snoop's gone wild, gonna go down. Can he do the one for? He's gonna go for the kill immediately, but it's not. He's gonna take a little bit too long now. Ryan Blocks and Big Cheese Boy gonna get the flank, and there they go. Irvine down. UConn breathes a sigh of relief. By UConn, I mean Mr. Muff sees that kill and is okay.
He didn't even get to finish off the kill.
No, he didn't. So he's not even gonna. They're not. That was a strange game. But by the way, we're not in the water anymore. Thank gosh. Cincinnati now going to be rolling back up.
Irvine going to finish in 11th with 1 kill because he didn't even finish that kill.
No, ladies and gentlemen, that's 11th with 1 kill. I'm just being real with you. That's not a lot of points. And okay. Okay.
I will tell you in a moment how many points that is. 11th, 1 kill, 9 points.
So they are going to go from 396, and you said it's 9 points, so they're going to go to 405. So Mr. Muffs automatically has more, and they do have 1 kill. They have better positioning, so they're still going to keep the lead. Now, it also depends, if we take a quick look at our competitors again, it depends on how Florida International does. Not to an insane degree. They have 369 compared to the 396, but
they're not even close to it.
It's, you know, it's something... Like, it's just something to think about, that this is still the fight going on. But
25 points is really easy to make up in, you know, 4 games.
If British Columbia has taught us anything, it's that absolutely can be done.
Now, personally, if you ask me, I think British Columbia should get into the playoffs just based on merit. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, they definitely performed. Oh, no, Lens just got muffs. Wait, they finished 9th. Oh, no. Okay. I mean... For UConn, it's close. And again, these teams are just so close to each other that the 1 point difference actually still matters right now, as, you know, points-wise, all other, you know, things being equal, ceteris paribus, UConn is still ahead of Irvine right now.
9th with 1 kill, 13 points.
Yep, there they go. And 13 points brings UConn up. I'll check it after, but
they're only going to be split by 5 points,
which is 5 points is 5 times what 1 point is, as Fried Rice from Team 17 is shooting through the smoke. We're going to see him try and look onto Cincinnati right now. One of the strongest teams currently in the Diamond Division. Elm Zero behind the hill. G Price really low, but going to go get for the res.
G Price and Cold Boy both back up.
Both backups extremely low, but they have a good spot behind the tree, so Team 17, Mizzou, can't actually get a good read onto those guys. Again, now Elm Zero, Cincinnati, see Washington down there as well, and a lot of teams kind of centered around this area of the circle, which is interesting. And I'm wondering how it's going to play out. 14, 17, and 4, Clemson, Mizzou, and Cincinnati, close to each other. Ryan blocks with the Car 98K. Again, he hears, I don't know, yeah, he does have a scope. Okay. He has a 4 times on there. But look at Cincinnati right behind him. Oh, Ryan block. Yep. It was only a matter of time. Oh, but you're actually going to get the spray down. We're going to see Cold Boy go down. But G Price is going to finish off Noobs, and Elms are going to get Ryan right there. And that's going to be it for Clemson, I believe.
Let's get some hype in the chat for this really close playoff race, everybody.
No,
this is some serious. This is
I know my voice may not sound exactly the most, but I'm freaking excited to see what happens here because it's so close, and we don't know. And that's awesome. These teams are still so close. San Diego, Shark, Texas Tech going to finish off Lens right there from San Diego. Washington going to get the zone, as well as ASU, who's going to get the southeastern corner, of the zone. There's going to be a little engagement now. You see the shots going out. Agony going to be peeking his head a little bit. Signite and from Washington engaging ASU right now. Again, you see the 2 cars right there. They do have a means of escape, but also a means that they could get blown up. I like to see all of our top 3 teams right here. Kind of on the mini map, you see 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. ASU, Washington, and Cincinnati in that order. You see Signite taking those pot shots onto Raikou right there, trying to land the killing blow, deal some economic damage. Raikou as well. Now looking up to Cold Boy. Again, this is, engaging multiple teams at the same time. Again, a lot of these guys, a lot of these top teams, again, very, very good at doing exactly that. So we'll see kind of how, how these teams manage to play off of it. All of our top teams have that particular trait very good, or have that particular trait down pat. But we're gonna
see an engagement with University of Washington versus Cincinnati coming up right here.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Because Cincinnati is going to come off the hill right into Washington.
Texas Tech going to do a sneaky onto Oregon right now, as Salsa is alone down on the hill, and Wattler could catch him out right now. As Salsa hears it, he's going to try and push onto Shark right now, and he's going to miss the spray down a little bit. Try and looking up, seeing if he can go over this hill onto Shark, but it looks like both teams are trying the exact same thing, but Salsa with no helmet is unable to do it, so he's going to switch over and try and spray down the Wattler. Actually, Wattler. Oh, Shark is going to get Wattler with an insane frag grenade from the top of the hill. What a good call.
Aren't they on the same team?
Wait a minute. They are. Hold on a second. How did that work? Wait, I thought Salsa called it. Wait, you're right. Oh,
hey,
no.
Everybody, we learned something today. Grenades still travel underwater.
That's very true. Oh, no. Texas Tech. Wait, they just got a team kill. Excuse me on that one. Agony looking now at Cincinnati. G Price going to go down. Nice Ignite headshot onto G Price with the M4. Again, now looking at Elm Zero's about 20% HP. Agony going to go looking like he's going to get caught out right now from Oregon, who's taking those shots. But nice turnaround. Agony just turning one team to another and engaging 2 at once. This is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Keep picking those angles. You can see Elm Zero go prone right now, trying to land that shot, but he's not able to make it. G Price looking like he might die right here, as Elm Zero as well is going to keep. Oh, he's going to catch Agony out. Fantastic shots from Elm Zero. Going to put down Agony as Raikou now goes for the res. Hate D as well, really low. You're going to look at Ominism right now on Hate D, trying to land those shots. And now this may be the push around Snow Dragons. Again, look how ASU is positioning themselves right now. They're holding the field. They're watching all of their angles. Washington is going to come away the victor in the zone right now. As Destinator has a read onto Mizzou.
They're still keeping a hold of the zone. These zones for Washington. This game, it's all Washington for the zones. A win here for Washington could basically secure them into the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
Not mathematically, but as long as they play even somewhat decently, they'll be in. Well, okay, not playoffs, but final.
Oh no, Detonator. Washington is going to eat a nice shot, and he's going to go down and have to re-heal. Like, that was a nice shot that he just didn't. That he just ate. As ASU right now drives by, you can see the spray down from Washington. Isolith getting Omnism, Platypus getting Signite or Agni. Detonator can finish off Omnism with the car. Platypus getting Agni with the M4. ASU still alive right now. Is Raikou going to get a shot onto Detonator through the window, through the bars? Great shooting from his end. Has the Scar. And again, he's 3 kills right now against Washington in the circle.
Did you just rhymed?
They don't call me the rap god for nothing. As Raikou
Through the window, through the bars, gets the kill with the scars.
Signite tossing those frag grenades inside, trying to catch Raikou off guard. He's not able to do it, as the bars do indeed to be proving a little bit of an obstacle to shoot into and to throw into. Signite, he just has to watch this building as Raikou's kind of trapped in here, but they are still in the zone, so they can both wait it out. Again, I'd like to point it out.
Cincinnati is dead, by the way.
They are. They did indeed die. Elm Zero did finish off, but I Can Fly Jake and finish off Snow Dragons as well, leaving now Raikou, last remaining member of ASU.
So we're down to ASU, University of Washington, Mizzou,
and
who
Florida.
just got domed,
Yeah, Mizzou just got domed, and then
Texas Tech, and UCSD.
San Diego still alive and kicking. Platypus with the red dot on the SKS, trying to lean down the shore. So, I mean, it's anyone. I mean, I would give it that Raikou does the Blackbrain strat. Again, Blackbrain from Washington. I don't believe he's playing in today's game. However, he did manage to stay alive all the way towards the end as a solo boy for Washington, doing exactly what Raikou was doing, just nothing. He sat in the building that was away from the main compound and waited passively, and it ended up getting him 3rd place, I believe. 2nd or 3rd place. I can't exactly remember. But,
I mean, Flash for the win is basically just going to get his team a 5th or 4th place finish here, just by just sitting in the water the whole time.
Which, you know...
So, great job from him. Is UCSD in... they are in 5th.
So, UCSD, again, having a good season. What do you call it? I would say this so far. They're doing pretty well. Divism, though, going to be peeking from Mizzou. Going to be peeking a little too much. You're going to see that zone damage chunk him a little bit. And with 3 bandages left, oh, he's taking shots at Platypus. I Can Fly Jake. See,
that brings up a good question. Where on your body does the zone hit?
I think the backpack still counts as zone, or like the back of your legs. I actually don't know.
Because he wasn't taking damage. Then he leaned and he was taking damage. Then he leaned back and he wasn't taking damage.
Oh, who knows? I mean, I don't know. So, we're going to see him making a bold push right now, as they do have to get in the zone, but the zone heavily favors Washington right now. Heavily favors, I mean, they literally are in the center. They're in the zone. I Can Fly Jake with a good angle, pushing right up onto that tree, and Division has to do the exact same thing. Get behind the tree, then run forward. Look at that call. Now Platypus has no angle on that. Oh no! Fantastic I Can Fly Jake peeking Platypus, as Platypus held that angle for just a little bit too long. And they're gonna
now they're gonna have the free way to get in.
No, that was fantastic. Mighty Derb with the 50 bits cheer. Thank you so much, good sir. I Can Fly Jake and Divism. He's going to taking shots at Isolith right now, kind of held down. You're going to see him make the aggressive push with the AK, but he's going to make too much, and he's going to go down right there as Signite frags him out with the AK. Check back for the Raikou. Nope, nothing. No developments on that front.
I mean, I would certainly hope there's not, because Raikou's a good enough player. He likes to frag out, but he's a good enough player to understand when he needs to restrain himself.
Yeah, but Divism is going to go down right there. Looking like he may get finished. Oh, was that Raikou?
What? Yeah, that was Raikou.
Raikou going to take an aggressive. It's not like Signite didn't know where he was.
Oh yeah, he knew exactly where he was.
Raikou just saw a good opportunity to take a shot, and he did. Now he relocated.
I thought he might have been able to see him through that window, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, that may just be
entirely clear from our observer perspective.
Oh no, Flash!
Great job from UCSD getting that 4th place.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's hard to push up onto that zone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I Can Fly Jake, actually, from Mizzou. Now in the center of the zone, with Washington having 4 players left alive. Oh, I Can Fly Jake going to go down right there. You can see Isolith knock him out with the M4. Again, just great team play from Washington, keeping all 4 players left alive, leaving Raikou. Oh, poor Raikou. Can he 1v4? I believe.
I mean, Raikou maybe can, but it's still highly, highly unlikely that he pulls this off, because he has to move through all of them.
Yeah, so he has to literally frag out as he runs. He has to do like a Matrix thing, slow time, dodge bullets, pop heads, and win the game. But at this rate...
Elm Zero Live, thank you for the 500-bit donation.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday, by the way, Elm Zero.
Happy birthday, Elm Zero.
Fellow caster and Diamond Division player. Raikou, though. Ugh. Chunk!
That zone hurts.
That zone hurts a lot. You try and get the shot onto Signite,
he
but
gave his position away.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like it was terribly unknown right now. Raikou just... You see Destinator as well. Raikou just... Yeah, this is a yikes position. This is... I mean, it's tough. He's taking the good shots. He's going to try... Oh, he gets Signite, actually, as he pushes down. 1v3, Destinator with the DP28. The zone is moving pretty slowly, and he's
got that zone. He's got that zone to deal with, though. He's got to move.
He knows Destinator has to move as well, so he's going to wait for the zone to start chunking. Play zone going to finish Signite off. Raikou playing this extremely well, by the way. I would just like to say he's doing a fantastic job checking those angles, knows where Destinator is. He saw it. Oh, no, but he's... Yeah. I mean, Raikou played that fantastically, I would say.
University of Washington gets the victory here. Arizona State in second. Third place was Mizzou, right?
Mm-hmm. Fourth place, San Diego. Fifth place, Texas Tech.
And that's pretty much going to guarantee Washington with our second place and moving right on to our final round in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic work.
But that fight for 8th, still on.
Yeah, like, it's rough. Like, what a great game. I mean, I think the big thing was, like, the 8th, the 7th through 10th place. It's, I want to see what happens more with it. Like, going into game 2 and then going to wait until next Sunday. Going forward, it's going to be intense. You know, I'm being honest with you. These teams, they know what's at stake here. It's that playoff spot.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So what are your predictions? Who do you think, based on what you've seen, is going to get into that nice playoff spot?
Well, my bracket says that the two that are going to be my bracket says that the two that are going to be left out are UConn and who else did I have out? I think I had out Texas Tech. Yeah, I think I had UConn and Texas Tech out, and the University of California, Irvine, and Florida International were going to be in. But at this point, I'm not willing to make a call.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was kind of unlucky, and I'm getting word that what do you call it? Divine Mercy's PC ended up crashing.
Ouch.
Yeah, so that's why he ended up not coming back. And I think if it didn't crash, we would have it would have been a very different situation, because Muffs would have been put in a different spot in terms of playing. So, with that being said, all the things being equal, I'm interested to see what happens with them, and if it doesn't, and if his PC remains stable and going forward, what'll happen. So we will be bringing in University of Washington, all 4 members, for an interview. We're going to see them coming up right now, so we will bring you to those guys right now. University of Washington, hello and congratulations. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing tonight?
Good. Feels good to win.
Good. Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have been pretty consistent this season, doing absolutely fantastically, and one of the best traits I've seen is keeping all 4 players left alive. So, what kind of goes through your head in terms of strats for that? Like, what is your key to success, I would say?
I think for that game anyways, we first started out just kind of holding the bridge. But we played with kind of having a backup in mind, because we were thinking as the zone closes, it's obviously not going to end up on the bridge. So we were scared of like driving vehicles into the zone because they could be camping the other end. And so we left a boat right underneath. Like we spent some time. We had Platt drive up a boat underneath, and so we could jump off and take the boat around the island.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so we got pretty lucky with the zone in terms of it closing on our compound. But before we could even get up to that compound, there was a brief period of time where we landed earlier before there was like a specific cliff that you can climb up to the compound. So we landed about like 150 meters away, and there were people on the cliffside right above us. So we were getting shot like over and over as we were trying to swim over there. So it was a little hectic, but we actually managed to make it there, and we managed to actually kill some guy driving in on a boat as well.
Yeah.
The advantage of knowing whether or not you can climb up in that specific position was probably key to us winning the game. Because I'm sure that the team that was camping us from on top of the cliff wasn't aware that you could climb up there, so they weren't up there just camping us.
Yeah.
So I'll say that Destinator's information kind of just won us the game overall.
Have you practiced that strategy before?
I go there a lot in solos, so I like having a designated spot on the back of like Millie Island where I can climb up, like kind of sneak around. So yeah, I knew that spot like prior to this game.
And how much of like that kind of knowledge do you think that maybe considered niche has played into your strats coming into the season? I mean, just kind of like asking, what kind of goes in? Is it a lot of that kind of knowledge that goes into what you guys decide to do as a team, or is it
Are you thinking micro or macro?
more macro? Because I think that's the more interesting thing to say. Because I mean, given your guys' decisions to keep all 4 players alive and doing that very well, I would say.
I think overall we just really try to watch each other's angles. I know it got a little bit hectic around the middle there while we were all trying to watch because there's people coming in from every single angle. But we try to have each other basically backed up in terms of like what angles we're watching. We're constantly calling out, which directions we're watching. So I think especially Platt, when it comes to like close range engagements, maybe Platt can talk a bit about how we watch certain angles and things like that.
Well, generally, we try to keep around 2 people on the same angles, so if someone does push and beat that angle from a spot that the other people can't see, we have at least a trade potential. And generally, our other people should be able to pick up if we do lose that engagement, because in the end zone there, it was a 4v1, so
Yeah.
Destinator ended up pushing forward. So Raikyu's only choice was basically he could try to engage us 2 on the right, or Declan on the left, or Destinator. So it's just most of the time our micro play is basically playing for trades. Most of the time, if we do end up getting compounds.
Yeah. And would you say a lot of it? I know again it's the whole circle thing and the luck aspect of it too. But how do you guys tend to try and play for the center of the zone as much as possible? I mean, like anticipating it, or do you make a move after usually you see it? Generally.
Yeah, I think so. I think especially earlier on in the season, we were playing really for center zone, but as like we were watching ASU play, they basically just carved their way into the center of the zone. So we've been trying to do that more often, like maybe play on the edge if we feel like we need some more kills, and then just kind of, because I think our fragging potential is pretty high. So most fights that we take, we can usually win. So we're trying to like mix it up a bit. We're trying out different strategies, kind of leading into playoffs, like dropping different areas, playing different styles, things like that.
Yeah, so funny you mentioned that actually, because recently I've been seeing a lot of teams practice one drop spot, like UT dropping Pachinki with Robert Morris. But do you guys practice different drops a lot, or do you mainly drop one spot, given just how you're feeling that day or practice?
I think in general we have a couple spots around the map that we generally like to play towards, but usually we'll like hover in the air for a couple seconds while everyone's just like straight dropping down. We'll hover and we'll watch. And we'll go for an area where people are usually not at, or just for vehicles, and then we'll go to an area that we like and then kind of go from there.
That's interesting to say, because I know you guys had said that your fragging potential is pretty high. So is it more so kind of a security thing, or are you just in terms of dropping like hot with other teams to secure?
The key to like always having 4 people at the end of the game, like we try to plan to do, is not to drop hot where RNG can play into the factor. So in order to keep more people alive, we tend to not go to contested places because of that. But not to say if there's people contesting us, we'll just run away. We will contest if there are people there.
Yeah, of course.
We prefer not to ensure just having more people, because having a man up another squad is a huge advantage in the end game.
No, absolutely.
Now, you guys have, with that win, you've basically locked yourself into the final round of playoffs. Because, I mean, you guys, after that round, are going to be up ahead of University of Cincinnati by, wow, like 68 points, I believe? Yeah, so you're to the point where as long as you play the rest of this upcoming week, just average, you're basically just going to be into the final round of playoffs. How do you feel about that?
Dembo, do you have any inputs into this? How you feeling?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Last season we kind of just like got into playoffs, we played it out, and we didn't do as hot as we wanted to. Coming in as like one of the top 5 teams, but this season we really we feel like we've come out strong throughout the season, and we feel like we can really have a better showing this playoff. So we're feeling pretty good about that.
Are you guys planning on changing anything for playoffs? Maybe if some of the teams kind of understand what you guys are doing and are going to try and play around it, possibly, are you going to throw in a spicy new strat for teams to deal with? Or, given if you're looking at the player pool who's going to be in playoffs, are you changing anything with that, possibly, or keeping it the same?
In terms of drops, we don't really have a solid drop like UT where we go Pachinki every single time. So it's pretty flexible where we go every game. So I don't think that we'll need to change our possible drop locations because there's so many we can go to and that we're comfortable with. In terms of roster, most of the time it's just whoever's available. So
Interesting.
Yeah, because last season you saw that our team was extremely spread out. Like everyone had the same amount of play time. That was just based on availability. So
interesting, actually. So I mean, have you guys gotten to the point where you designate roles within game in terms of like weapon choices? Do you guys have like a set favorite loadout that you use, or is there someone on the team who's like, oh, I use the sniper? Like if there's a drop for an M24, it's like, oh, you're getting it this time.
I think it's usually. Go ahead, Dembo. Sorry.
We've played enough with each other. We kind of know like what each player's favorite loadout is. So if we see that weapon, we're willing to give that up to that player. We don't really have like any set roles in that sense, but we always trade around our guns and make sure everyone's having a comfortable loadout. Like
we know Signite likes the M24, so
just
give Signite the M24. We know Dembo really likes flash grenades, so we like drop
Really?
all of them. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You want to explain something about that? Because flash grenades they've kind of been a meme. I'm just being honest with you. From what I've seen, not many players have used them. So
yeah, pretty much the team will just drop me all the flash grenades. Yeah, so you should watch out for that next game, actually.
Yeah.
But flash grenades are very strong. They're kind of underestimated, but they can pretty much make any fight winnable, even a 1v4.
So the thing about the flash grenades is that even though they might not necessarily get flash, I know the mechanic for them actually being blinded is kind of wonky. What's important about it is that they can't hear any footsteps, because for you, oops, sorry, I guess it's dropped out. But even if it drops anywhere near you, you just get deafened by the flashbang, and so you can't even hear the footsteps as people push up, so you don't know what directions they're kind of taking against you.
Interesting. Well, Washington, thank you for coming on and answering our questions for you, for the viewers and for us tonight, and got some interesting information. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, not a problem. And good luck in game number 2.
Thanks.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with game number 2 very shortly as the teams are getting into lobby and finalizing preparations. So quickly, have the score update, actually. Texas Tech, 465. UConn, 420. And UC Irvine, 405. Florida International, 369. They did not play tonight. I didn't see them.
Did they? I don't know.
I mean, they're still at 369 points. So I don't remember seeing them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did not play tonight. Neither did UC Boulder. That's interesting. Florida International could have had the opportunity to fight their way in.
Yeah, they could have, like, absolutely. But they're not here. So now I would say they are 369, and then UC Irvine is 405. So that's now a 30.
They're back
36.
by 36.
Yeah, so yeah, you're getting to that point where it's like, maybe I can get there, but you have to come over to UConn with 420 points right now. So it's a long way to go with not a whole lot of games. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we're sitting here waiting for the game, I'd like to quickly announce a $20 Steam giveaway for followers tomorrow during the stream. So, your Sapphire Division 2 games, we will be giving away a $20 Steam gift card if you want to buy some hot new PUBG skins or clothes or a game, whatever it may be. Just drop on into the stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Daylight Time, EDT, excuse me. And you will have a chance. Just make sure to follow the stream if you like what's going on, or if you want to be entered to win a $20 Steam gift card. Just thought I'd give a quick announcement to that. You tell your friends that we are hosting that giveaway. It's pretty exciting. And it's, by the way, for 1,000 followers. It's just kind of, again, thank you for the support over the second season. We've grown a lot from the first to the second season, and we couldn't have done it without the viewers like you. So,
yeah, and we're all still growing. You can expect us to be giving more to our fans as we continue to grow too, because the fans are what make this all possible.
yeah.
We really love seeing the support of everyone who comes out and watches us on a week-to-week basis, day to day.
Mm-hmm. You know,
and we really love seeing our numbers grow.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Almost a little surreal as myself kind of coming on early in season 1, and then coming over to the second season now. Again, you know, watching the growth of the league and watching the players grow, teams grow, kind of synergy wise. It's awesome, you know, and we hope to see everybody stick around. Again, bring up our schedule one more time. See the qualifiers the week of the 21st, and then the playoff finals, 2-day finals, the 28th.
Yeah, assuming we don't have to make up any games, we will not be playing next week, and we will have a week off before playoffs start.
Yep.
The playoffs are intended to start on the 21st of April.
Yeah, those are the qualifiers. Over the course of 2 days, you'll have like a pre-playoff game. And as far as I'm aware, we're going to be doing what we did last year. So if you're not familiar, what we did last year was we reset the point values to 0. All the teams that got in, we wiped the slate. You have 0 points going into playoffs. And playoffs are then determined, who wins or loses, by the points you earned during those 2 games. Those 4 games. 2 days, 2 games each, I believe, is the format for our playoffs. So, it's an even playing field. Once you're in, and it's anybody's game. But, and it truly is, because, again, I've probably talked about this, and I mean, people who are watching probably have heard me say it before, but you see Riverside, 300 point plus lead coming into the playoffs. They didn't
last season, 300 point lead coming into playoffs over who was in second. Was it UTK or UIUC at that point?
I
don't have the stat sheet up in front of me.
I can't recall off the top of my head, but actually we can go look at that.
Yeah, I'll go check it out right now.
Yeah,
I'll let you know in a second here.
Yep, I'm pulling it up as well. So Riverside ended up finishing 9th in the playoffs. UIUC finishing it with 135 points, UTK in second, and then Purdue actually in third. And Purdue is one of the coolest stories I remember, because they were fighting against UConn for the playoff spot. And it was at the very tail end. They were, neck at neck with each other. And there was one game, and there was like a fight as teams are running in the zone, and Purdue went down. And it ended up being that play. The last week of division games ended up, well, not division games at that point, but you know what I mean. It ended up being the catalyst for them to come in third in the overall, which is, that can happen. UConn could do the same thing. It could be the case where we barely edge our way in and come in third. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but
that could be the case for any of our teams too, though.
Yeah, ASU could do an opposite effect.
ASU could just flop like Riverside did last season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying the potential is there, given the fact that it's PUBG.
We've also got some super close races in some of our other divisions too. Emerald, the split between 8th and 9th is 17 points. Ruby, the split between 8th and 9th is a bit more. It's
Yeah,
51?
yeah,
Yeah, 51 points in Ruby. So that's pretty locked in there. But Emerald and Diamond are pretty much, these two
yeah.
are just fighting. Plus Emerald, we have a really close battle for second, separated by 11 points, West Virginia University and UC Riverside. Keep in mind that first and second place, they go right to our final round of playoffs. They don't have to fight their way in.
Yeah, so they go straight to the end, and I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with these, because it's anybody's game, truly. And I think that's what makes PUBG esports so interesting, is that it's seeded by division just because you have so many teams, but at the end of the day, like, you're all thrown into the same game. You know, it's a battleground.
Anybody could come out and win it.
Anybody could.
Jacksonville State could win the next game.
If they're playing.
If they're playing.
They could. But like, anything is possible, and that's what I think is awesome about PUBG, is that you don't have a bracket. I mean, you technically do, given the way we split our divisions, but per game, there's no bracket. You all play. You're tossed into the battleground, and that's it.
Hey,
By the way, quick little
does
side
anyone want
note. University of Washington, with that last game, they're now tied for second all-time wins.
Mm-hmm.
With Arizona State. UC Riverside still owns the all-time wins.
They do.
13.
I remember when Riverside would win games, it was just kind of like assumed, like, oh yeah, Riverside won. Okay.
I mean, last season I think they won 8 games last season.
That's an insane amount of games.
I mean, Arizona State and University of Washington both won 8 games this season.
It tells you, ladies and gentlemen, that some of the best teams in the league are just like, you know,
consistently
consistent.
The highest place.
We can talk about PUBG's randomness till the cows come home, but like, at the end of the day, there is something to be said for consistency on teams. If they can perform consistently, and we've seen these teams do, you know how to make the best of a bad situation. You know kind of what is involved in, you know, decision making and fragging and game mechanics, to the point where you can turn, oh, the circle's so bad, you can turn that into, wow, we won because of a good decision making, because of a good push, or good positioning, or good placement, or listening to your IGL. Like, there's so many non-random things that can go into making your game work for you.
Yeah, I mean, PUBG is entirely a game of mitigating the RNG, because RNG is an inescapable fact. It is there. But the best teams, the ones who are going to be the greatest in the esport, are going to be the ones who are able to counter that RNG, account for whatever they can, and then make the best out of every situation that they're given. Basically, just play the cards they're dealt.
You say that, and my mind goes to Hearthstone after finishing our TESPA season from UConn.
Well, for me, it's Magic.
Well, yeah, all as well Magic, but Hearthstone, I'm not even gonna go there. That's a can of worms with RNG that I'm not gonna touch with a 10-foot pole. This is coming from a veteran of the series.
I saw that. That was...
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the plane path, it's a east side plane path going north. Kind of missing Pochinki. It's going to be a little bit of a long drop for these guys. Not going to get there immediately.
It's actually going to pretty much cut off Georgia Bowl, to be honest.
I would
Georgia
say,
Bowl,
yeah.
Gatka, and a lot of our southwest side, a lot of the teams who like to go there are going to be just completely cut off from their normal drops. They're going to be put way too far outside their comfort zone.
I mean, George is possible. It's a long drop, and you'll have to walk a little bit, but it's possible. Looking at ASU dropping on Military Island. They're going to drop in near Novo. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, drop that they're comfortable with.
Kings of Mill.
Mm-hmm. Drop Military, and ASU UConn dropping near Yaz, near Team 14.
Oh, we have a Zarky team.
Hey, I mean, sure.
It works.
It could work. The circle could land on Zarky. I mean,
I've never seen it land on Zarky, but it could land on Zarky.
it's a spot on the map, and it can land on any spot on the map. So by that logic, you could have a Zarky circle. It's certainly not likely, given the fact that it's all the way in the corner of the map. There's not a lot of land to surround it, and the circle would have to veer incredibly northwest. It could happen. Yukon dropping.
Making that stupid gamble and having it pay off for you.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. Clemson and Yukon dropping Yaz. Clemson not nearly. Oh no.
All right.
Circle's not bad. That's a pretty average circle. It
is very, very west though.
It is westbound, but a lot of the teams are east, so moving in again going to be important in the early game, kind of setting up towards the center of the circle. I expect to see Gatka and the east, like the southeast of the mountain area, kind of be an engagement spot for those guys.
Mm-hmm. This circle is these teams on the east side now. They have a lot more options to get into the circle though, so we're not going to see nearly the same kind of early game action that we did last game, because you don't have those 2 choke points.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get that kind of those kinds of issues getting into circle.
Yeah. And Mr. Muffs is a little bit aggressive right now on the south side of Yaz. He's very, very close to Clemson right now. And he's in kind of earshot range if he does anything, or if he walks even closer to the little shack right there. Maybe Ryan Blocks has kind of seen one of these guys moving around, so I'm interested to see.
Mr. Muffs may not actually know where Ryan Blocks is.
No, but he may be getting the call. Oh no, there it is. He's gonna hear the shot ring out. Ooh, hey Yukon. There's the warning signs. Yukon's a little far away, so the rotation has to come soon. And then Mr. Muffs may just trying to be playing it safe right now.
Those gas tanks are indestructible.
Let's not go crazy here. Oh, he's going to be running back. He's going to get clipped a little bit in the leg. He's not going to go down, but here comes the rotation all the way back to Yukon, and Yukon just has to play this extremely passively. They cannot afford to be the last ones to die here.
Yeah, they don't.
The first ones.
Yeah, they don't need to push that. They have a whole city. They have the whole east side to loot.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you just need to keep on living throughout this week, and
yeah,
it starts here.
It starts right now. Just don't engage if you absolutely have to. Signite Washington getting a knockdown. That's a Trickster 28 in the kill feed. Believe that's first blood. In terms of a knock. Elm Zero on Signite.
Get us on that, Observer.
Let's see what that's going on. Trying to take a look at it, but like you're gonna see that engagement right now to the east of Roz. Detonator right now with the M16. You get Isolith knocking Elm Zero in retaliation. These two teams again going at it with each other from the last game coming into this game. One of the earliest engagements we've seen so far. I think you have Team 19 who made an interesting decision not to drop Pachinki again. Robert Morris deciding to drop School.
Signite, the IGL for University of Washington is down.
Yeah, so...
Wait, is Signite their IGL or is Isolith?
I believe Signite is. So Elm Zero going to finish off Signite, finally get the kill, which... I mean, you can still main call from the grave. It's just, you're not in a strong position. Strong enough,
Elm Zero is actually dead too. Or wait, no, is he? Yeah, he is. Oh no, he's alive.
He's alive. Yeah, they did lose one player though, Cincinnati. Yeah. So both teams down one player.
Then we have is that Robert Morris over there in School. That's a different place for them.
Yeah. So instead of dropping Pachinki, they changed it up a little bit right now and decided again to drop School, which is interesting. We're going to hear a little bit of an engagement go down. Some shots being fired, but nothing ever going to come out of it. Again, just kind of a very passive. I don't know. I can feel like tension in the air in this game right now. I feel it. Like,
I wonder what UC Irvine's up to.
Mm-hmm. It's trying to take a look, scout them out on the map. And if you're looking for yourselves, it is team number 6. They were in the maroon red last time. There they are in Novo. Yep. So they do have to get in. UConn has to get in as well. So
That 5-point spread is nothing. It is nothing.
is it 5 or?
It's 5. 410 to 405.
Oh, is it actually? Oh, okay. 410 to 405. Yeah, not 15. Okay, so 5 points. I mean, 5 points is 5 times what the split was before. I'm splitting hairs at this point, or splitting points, if you will, but it's anybody's game in terms of who gets in playoffs. And again, tonight is not the end. If you're interested in this, which we hope you are, tune back in Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be showing the last 2 Diamond Division games of the 2018 spring semester season. So like I said, this is the last week for regularly scheduled games. There's a makeup week next week. I'll talk more about I'll talk more about the new schedule, about the schedule at the end of the stream, if you want to catch the last remaining bits of CBA action. And yeah, here comes the first circle starting to move in. We are going to see teams try and make the rotations inside of the zone. We already saw Team 14 in Yaz. We saw Clemson already starting to rotate in. UConn playing it super passively. They have San Diego behind them, who's also trying to make their way in. See Team 18, you have U of Florida, also trying to make their way in. Tech Rec, U of A, trying to get in from Milta. They're a little bit spread out down there. And ASU already making their way in from the south side of George. So, looking at a crate drop here, gonna drop onto Robert Morris. See again.
That's just gonna be a gift.
Oh, it's
You're gonna have that uncontested.
Flare guns are disabled, by the way, just so you would know. It's an M24. I believe it's on extended quick draw there. Yep, military vest level 3. No scope, so that may be a little bit rough if they don't already have one.
If they were in school, there's no way they don't have at least a 4X.
I mean, yeah, school doesn't tend to actually have the best loot. Sometimes it's just very central. It does have decent loot, but I'm sure one of them has a 4 or 8 times to make use of that M24. Literally gifted.
Fairly slow early game here.
Yeah, not too much is happening. It's not really a circle conducive to early game action. Again, looking at how the how the plane path looked and how the circle looked and the drop locations looked, it wasn't conducive to an early game action. But at the end of the day, anything was possible. But that's what it looks like. So I don't know. I'm just waiting to see where the circle takes these guys, where these teams decide to move in. You see how UConn went down and around, going to go south towards Roz. Looking at maybe Sunken City as a possible location for them to hang out, or Ruins. They're going more south, going to run right into Robert Morris. Oh, Big Cheese Boy.
Fell off the bike again.
It's the trike, my guy. It's a trap. It's a car and it moves faster than walking, but the percentage of you actually getting PUBG'd and dying is fairly high.
Getting PUBG'd, I like that.
You stub your toe on a little bit of a lip, flip 3 times and die because you're on the trike.
Or if you're just having connection issues, just driving alongside the road, then whee!
Yep. And
I don't know if you've ever had that happen.
Yep.
So annoying when that happens.
Yep.
Just literally running into nothing, car spins around 180 degrees. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Video games, my guy. So UConn was driving down there, got a little bit shot at, nobody went down. Still 15 teams and 56 players left alive. Ryan blocks 2 from Team 14. Again, Clemson University.
Meanwhile, University of California, Irvine, they are making their way up into the circle. They were just the ones in Nova. We'll check back on them in a little bit here. But we still have both Irvine and UConn currently alive.
Yep, and I believe no team has been eliminated, so all of our teams are still alive right now. It depends on, again, this next circle, because this first circle was a big snoozer. I'm just being honest with you guys. I've seen a lot of PUBG games, and the early game has not been too exciting. But a boring early game begets an exciting as heck late game. So I'm interested to see kind of what happens.
I want to see how this game ends.
Salsa doing a little bit of drifting in that Dacia right now. Has a crossbow still, maybe aiming to find some better loot. But, you know, I still haven't seen Legolas from Georgia Southern get a crossbow kill this season.
I need that.
I was promised by those guys from Georgia Southern. I was promised a crossbow kill.
Georgia Southern. We were promised a crossbow kill here.
They're not.
Give it to us.
They're not in Diamond Division, by the way. You'll see them on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, competing. Circle going to be going a little bit more mainland. Going to circle around Pachinki again. You have that area around Gatka, east of Gatka, southwest of Ruins, and then Mountain. Actually, Yukon maybe looking to go to Mountain, which is an interesting strategy.
This is one of those circles where no matter where it ends, like no matter which way it shifts or stays center, it's going to be a really, really, really annoying circle for all teams involved.
Yeah, no, definitely. Mountain, as much as I love the kind of strategic aspect Mountain has to playing, it's annoying to play on just because of the fact that it's Mountain. EMP Captain, this is UT shooting at ASU. Again, oh, Elwood gonna knock one out. Raikou gonna go down right there. Are they gonna stop? Yeah, I believe they are indeed going to stop, because that is an important player to lose. Agnew running over, trying his best to get the res off as EMP Captain shoots with the Scar L, trying to focus him down. And here comes Snow Dragons as well. You're gonna see UT just doing great aggressive team firing onto the cars from ASU, who are about to be pushed up right now as Elwood gains ground. Raikou still down inside of the trench right there. Ominism as well.
I mean, when you got a pro on your team, you just kind of, you just kind of...
Yeah, you got to do your best right now as they try and get away, as Raikou maybe gave the call to leave them, because that is a rough spot to be in. Yeah, here they come. And now UT may have to deal with this, with these engagements right now on Team 3 from Oregon. Suck Extreme, you're going to see the spray down onto Salsa. Is going to get knockout to Grotto, going to get that kill. Is feeling the curry as well. Last one of the players left alive in this area. You see Elwood again pushing around, and then one other player.
Shubba Bubba took off.
Yeah,
I just saw him way off in the background there, and then feeling take off too.
Yeah, and UT did a great job right there, kind of playing the situation well. They pushed it at a great time onto ASU right there, and then immediately switched over to Oregon when they realized that that was kind of their more pressing threat, as ASU kind of cut away from the fight once Raikou was down.
Did Raikou die?
I believe they did leave him for death, yes.
I was wondering. I didn't see what ended up happening there. This is Arizona, or University of Arizona here, Team 13, and we're looking from the angle of University of Florida with Peenlicker.
Yep, he's about to go push up onto Major Big Bear right now with the M4. You see him try and go for the frag grenade since he doesn't know where the smoke is. Not going to pull the pin. Going to wait for it maybe to roll, get some more physics on it. It's not ever going to go across the rock, but he sees Big Bear, finishes the kill, and Big Cheese Boy and Beam Reaching going to go down as well.
Did they were the ones on the bike.
Oh no.
Did they flip the bike?
Yeah, they did.
Oh no.
Platypus is going to finish off Elwood from Washington. It's the trike, man. It's the curse. It's cursed. Cursed vehicle. Truly. Isolith from University of Washington onto the Grotto's Elm Zero, knocking out Endless Void, Cincinnati. Engaging.
Cincinnati trying their best to say, we're not out of this yet. University of Washington,
Yeah.
you better be careful.
I mean, there's no way that Cincinnati doesn't make it to playoffs at this point. But,
Oh,
you know,
they're in playoffs.
they're in, but it's, you know, it's about sending a message halfway through, you know? You know, we're something to be
It's-
feared going into
It's about
playoffs.
saying, do they want to, take the first week and have to fight their way in? Or do they just want to take that extra week off and be ready to go?
Yeah, no, definitely. And now we're going to see University of Texas, or UT, their ability to engage multiple teams at one time. As you see, they're going to try and cover each other's angles. I believe Elwood is down. You see Wattler going to knock out Elm Zero from Cincinnati. That's Texas Tech. Wattler, however it ends up looking. You're going to see actually Wild Honey Badger G Price from Cincinnati. I saw in one area. Ryan Blocks 14 underneath a bridge.
Is he a solo boy?
Not sure, but he's gonna go spray down onto Team 12 right now. This is Oregon Tech on the in the UAS. Not able to connect with anything though. He's trying his best to get at least one down right now. Switching over to the Mini 14 with the 4 times. Pop, 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 pop. Nope. Nothing. I'm surprised it didn't stop. No, but I'm surprised Oregon Tech didn't stop.
They might have thought they were just a bunch of trolls under the bridge. The whole team.
Yeah, possibly, and didn't want to engage it, but there was only one player.
Actually, no. That was smart for how much they knew about the given situation.
Yeah.
They didn't know how many people were there, and they could, if they had stopped there, they could easily be fighting both sides.
Tech Rec Swindle from U of A doing a fantastic job onto Oregon Tech right now as Z-Tree. What?
Huh?
Huh? Okay. I'm pretty sure that was a headshot. But again, we're spectating, so possibly.
Mulligan.
Yep, Mulligan. U of A, again, now has a really good read on Oregon Tech right now. It's not Oregon Tech. Oregon is Team 3. Look at Swindle. Trying to go for the underhanded frag grenade out the window, lobbing it on over. Oh, is that a bounce? Oh, yeah, it is. Zextrev, how did he not die from that? This engagement is cursed. Deus Kai is, actually, he's alive right now. Zextrev is still alive, and U of A. Pew. I don't know how you say that name. Off to the left of your screen. Pew?
Pew pew. Let's just say that.
Zextrev going to go down right there. You're going to see the spray down from Swindle, leaving Kai, Deus Kai. Gonna go for the res right now. Oh, Tech Rec though gonna go down as Deus Kai gets the spray and kill onto Tech Rec right there. Swindle. Looking now at Deus Kai. Deus Kai doing a lot of damage right now. You can see the head or the helmet for Swindle going low real quick, and he'll have to first aid up Deus Kai. Penguins now from Team 18. This is U of Florida. Taking some shots on the engagement. They're in a safer position, being a little bit further inside the zone right now. Not inside, but closer to. Didn't take any fall damage from that, though, so no problems.
He's just trying to jump onto the other roof and didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep.
Swindle did win that. It looked like he wasn't going to actually come out and win on it.
Oh, no. Swindle. U of A. Captain Tasty. Trying his best with the Mini 14. Swindle's getting a little bit of air in the US right now, but he does have to make his way in at some point. He's going to get out and heal for a bit. But U of Florida has a read on his position, especially knowing where he stopped.
Oh, look at UC Irvine down there.
Mm-hmm. All still in a group.
They just got that position. That circle really benefited them.
You see Elm Zero, actually from Clemson. Or Cincinnati, excuse me, going to finish off Ali D from UConn and Lighty. That's 2 from UConn down. Oh no.
UConn might drop here.
Or 3 down from UConn. 1 player left, I believe Divine Mercy, last player left alive for UConn. Yeah, you can see him right there. He's just going to peel on out. And Lighty might get finished off right here.
Divine Mercy needs to run.
He just needs to run far, run fast, my guy. You have to wait and hope that Irvine gets into an engagement where they lose. If they have any chance.
Elm Zero's barrel. This is not the time to fight it.
Nope. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's long gone. You don't even see his name right now. You just see the number now. Just saw it pop in right there. But
and then he has UCSD right next to him.
Oh no, that's a rough spot to be in. Outside the zone with the team, you're just gonna have to keep moving south and hope that you don't run into the gaze of San Diego right now. Again, it really all depends kind of on the movement and the timing. I believe he has a car. You can see him moving. Yep. So in checking, but he's gonna have to find a good spot to get in.
I don't know how many good spots there are left.
There's not a whole lot. Let's see, Ryan blocks from Team 14, Clemson.
Was it? He was the troll on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Swindle, Team 13. Oh, that car. Oh, poor Swindle. Darn. Unlucky. Gonna go down in the US right there. And that's gonna be it for U of Arizona. 13th spot. Shubba Bubba gonna knock Noobs Gone Wild down with the M4 spray. Down to Huck again. This is Team 18, U of Florida. And then Robert Morris below them, playing an interesting game, playing a different game than we've seen them do before. Edwin Ace. The Mini 14. And trying to pick up. That's a spectator bug.
Yeah.
I mean, I shoot bullets out of the bottom of my barrel, but I'm not even going to talk about it. So again, this is a little bit of an interesting engagement. You see U of Florida having the high ground right now, but then Robert Morris has a lot more trees to deal with. So, and I mean, both teams are relatively in the zone. You have about one player out for Robert Morris right now. So I don't expect too much out of this fight. I believe both teams are just kind of disengage.
Yeah, they don't really have a reason to fight each other here. They don't need to. They probably don't want to either, to be honest.
Divine Mercy still outside the zone right now as we now look at Shabu. Oh, this is Irvine right now engaging with Mizzou. Mizzou, I believe, had a pretty good finish last game. So now they're looking to complete that finish as he gets a nice shot on Mark Divism. Fantastic shooting with the 8-time scope. Going to knock another one out for Irvine. Shadow 1Z as well. Can he go for the 2-piece? No, he's not going to connect with that one. And Shadow 1 is going to reposition his cover. But it doesn't look like they're going for the res immediate. Here he goes. As soon as I say that now, Shadow 1Z. Oh, nice body shot, though. That's not going to be a headshot on a Shadow 1Z. And the angle isn't there as Looter is well going to go down and try and get an angle. But Mizzou.
I think he's just going to try and either A, provide cover fire while they're rezzing, or B, he's just going to get the heck out.
No, he's looking like he's going to give it. Yeah.
Either one of those is a good option here because they just need to live.
And the play zone going to finish off Divine Mercy. I'm unsure how that happened, if he was a little too hesitant to get inside there. But the real squints from Mizzou right now, again, with Irvine. If Irvine dies here, it may be good for UConn, but if they live here, it's going to be really good for them if they win this fight against Mizzou. That's going to probably, even up the score a little bit. Shadow 1Z down. He's going to go down right there. Marku as well, looking a little bit low. It's Divism trying with the Car 98K. This is such an interesting spot. Shadow 1Z is down. 2 people down for Irvine right now. As Looter
just needs to get out.
At this point, yeah, it's time to cut and run. You want to live here. You really can't afford to die. You're going to see Divism get a finish off Marku.
Sure, you have a bit longer to run into zone, but it's better than dying here.
Yeah, and he is going to be getting out here, leaving Shadow 1Z and 1 player left alive for Irvine.
Oh, he does not have a good path, no matter how you look at it, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to take cover on that hill, on the bottom side of the hill, which you never want to be on, because that field is just going to be wide open.
Yeah, no, there's not a whole lot of cover there. Looking at I Can Fly JK to get Shadow 1Z with the M4. Hear those tap shooting. Now Platypus from Washington looking outside of the window. Down to Hook, Ryan blocks. DeGrotto on N Terrence and Elm Zero on Flash. That's San Diego right there.
Mm-hmm. Losing
2 players to down. Looter still not actually deciding not to go in. He's waiting for Mizzou to kind of go in first.
Is UConn dead?
Yes. That's why UConn had a 12th place finish, so could have been better.
Guaranteed 10th place. I don't know how many kills each one had.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a 4-point split as is. 10th to 12th.
Yeah. So it's close. Elm Zero and the rest of Cincinnati.
Looter did die.
Looter did go down. Okay. So 10th place for them. It's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get the stats for you as soon as we know them. But Suck Extreme, this is Team 8. And UT shooting now over at Cincinnati. You see G Price right there. Honey Badger. Suck Extreme just going off the calls of his teammates to try and land those shots. 9 teams, 27 players, average 3 players per team left alive. Suck Extreme with it 2 times. Again, looking near the tractor and the hay bales. It's close.
Yeah, that's going to be really close. We're going to have to go to Sunday before we know which of those teams is making it in.
Mm-hmm. It's big. It matters. G-Price, Honey Badger, Cincinnati kind of holding the edge of the zone right now. Again, a good strat to make sure nobody is behind you. But again, now you have to contend with Tech UT in kind of a one situation. You really are. They're kind of. It's an interesting spot to move. They have the ridge to their to Honey Badger's right. You saw that.
Yeah. They have the ridge just on the right, protecting them from ASU, who's still holding that. Wow, they're still holding that trench.
Yep. Captain Tasty with the Mini 14. Chubba Bubba getting Peanut, Raikou getting Elm. That's ASU. Chubba Bubba gonna finish off Peen right there. Chubba Bubba. Team 3. That's Oregon proper. The team that's in the top 3. Top 3 or top 4?
Top 3.
Top 3. Captain Tasty going a little bit low right here as team trying with the Mini 14 4 times. I Can Fly Jake getting down to, I believe that's U of Florida, and then Fried Rice finishing Captain Tasty. There's a joke in there somewhere. Chubba Bubba, Team 3.
Raikou didn't die.
No. He didn't
No.
die.
He did not die.
Wow, they must have gotten him up. I don't remember seeing them.
Oh, he must have been super low life.
Yeah,
Wow.
low health and got the res off. Wild Honey Badger gonna get lens as Chubba Bubba takes some shots at Team 17. Put Divism pushing down the hill.
Oh my God! University of Washington has the zone again.
What do you want me to say? I Can Fly Jake. I Can Fly down the hill as I get shot by an M4 is gonna go down. Chubba Bubba getting that spray down. Squalid Movie finish up, getting Wild Honey Badger. Isolith getting I Can Fly Jake, finishing him off from Washington. Snow Dragons, ASU getting Wild Honey Badger from Cincinnati. Divism taking some shots down now at Chubba Bubba from Oregon. Hopping over the fence. And oh no, he got him with a headshot. Dead to rights. Sounds like a lot of smokes just went off for Robert Morris over there. And you have UT right now. Hearing those smokes go down. Call Me Avian gonna get shot at. Suck Extreme.
Ooh.
Nice shots from Call Me Avian. Or from Ominism, actually. Actually, yeah, Ominism got that. Oh, Trickster pushed up super far. Squalid Movie gonna get punished for that. Pushed up with Squalid Movie is gonna get punished for that. As UT is kind of put in a spot between ASU and Robert Morris right now. Trickster down to Grotto. Inside the house, EMP Captain as well.
Looks like UT is in just barely in this circle. Jeez.
Yeah, right. EMP Captain going the nice spray down onto Edwin Ace. Call Me Avian as well. Trying to go, but he's going to go down as well. And DeGrotto is going to try and get this kill, but Squalid Movie has him kind of surrounded right now. Going to go for the finish. Call Me Avian rushing down, has a shot on him. Going to trying to land that one tap. One more, but not going to do it. EMP Captain and UT. Going to go down there. Call Me Avian gets the 2-piece to finish off UT.
And Edwin Ace, they will make it in, so they will have 3 up left.
Fantastic. Just good work on their end. Played it very well for teams. Yeah, Raikou is alive. Look at that.
Raikou is alive. You know, I don't like ASU's position here, though. I really don't like ASU's position here, though. They can stay in that trench, but that's just kind of delaying it. They're gonna have to move. So they're going to have to look for their best opportunity to move out, and then as soon as they see it, they need to take it.
Yeah, this whole circle is rough because there's not a lot of cover. There's a destroyed US. You see that on the center right of your screen.
You don't even have that little outhouse on the right side.
No, wait, you don't.
No, that is not in.
Yeah, so, I mean...
You have like a rock in the south, and then you have just not even hard cover, just... It's
all, yeah. I mean, and I like ASU for the time being, but in 10 seconds, it's not going to be a very good position. So they're going to have to make the call now. They see Robert Morris.
Snow Dragons is down.
Oh, he goes down. Platypus from Washington. Yep. Snow Dragons. Elm Zero's rival, I would say, this season. Doing great work again, trying to get these guys. ASU doing their best to get in the zone right now. It's a rough zone. These guys are in a bad spot, and I think they know it. So they're going to have to do their best to get in right now and play the other teams. They know Washington is still up. They have Robert Morris, and they have 17. These guys, Mizzou.
Wow, Mizzou making it far in this game again.
Yeah, so.
They must have changed something up.
Mizzou's doing really well. Yeah, they've had a great night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So, Agni. From ASU. Savior of Raikou. Now they're going to be pushing down towards Team 17, towards Mizzou, as Washington overlooks kind of this engagement. I love how everybody's on the edge of the zone.
Does Mizzou have all 4? No, they have 3.
No, 3. They only have 3. ASU has all 4, but they're split up.
Robert Morris has 3, and University of Washington has 3 as well.
Fried Rice going to get tapped down by Agni. Going to go down. Real Squint's getting low as well as Raikou gets the shot onto Fried Rice. Destinator going to get the Real Squints. Agni finishing off the kill. Oh yeah, no, actually, Agni didn't get the down. That was Washington who got the down. As Divism is now getting spotted out, trying to get those shots. Going to look a little bit low. Going to go down to Raikou, finishes that off. Agni securing the kill with a little bit of tap on the body.
All right, you know what I'm about to ask you. We're down to 3 teams. Robert Morris, Washington, and ASU. Call it.
I want to give it to Robert Morris because I haven't seen them win personally. I don't think they have. I'd like to see them get their first win. But as he pushes up onto Washington right now, is going to go down. Destinator, just you saw the snap to the head. Just that was just great aim. You see the frag grenade coming out. Squalid movie. Only got Isolith with that?
Robert Morris actually doesn't have any.
Oh, Destinator, Squalid movie. Going to finish him off right there. Oh, if he pushes in right now, Platypus is doing the res. No, he's a little bit late. He got off the res. Squalid movie.
No, he didn't get off the res.
No. He did get off. Call Me Avian now. You see Platypus pushing out a little bit. You see Call Me Avian doing a jump across the door. Edwin Call Me Avian actually gets the angle onto Isolith right there with the spray down. Here comes Platypus. Saw that one. You go for the res onto Squalid movie right now.
Meanwhile, ASU's outside, just kind of licking their lips. I give it to ASU here.
Yeah, ASU went from a bad position to a relatively good position, but Robert Morris doing exceptionally well in terms of playing this right now, doing the good fake door open, checking those corners, peeking slowly, has this disadvantage as sees Platypus is all the way on the left. Can Squalid movie spot him out? You can see the door close. Platypus repositioning himself, opens the door. Squalid movie. There he goes. Here comes the shot. Platypus not able to connect with the shot though. Here's them as a call out to the team. Hey, he's there. Edwin, pick me up right now. Platypus could be pushing out right now, but the zone is pushing in. The zone chunks. Platypus is going to have to move out right now. Here comes
Edwin, get up!
No, he's not going to go for the res, and Platypus is going to finish off Robert Morris right there. Platypus last player, 1v4. Somehow. Have we seen this before? Yeah, we have. Washington showing ASU this time what a 1v4 is like. It doesn't end well. And ASU going to take it.
You see Irvine with 0 kills.
Oh, they didn't have any. Oh, no. Did UConn have any?
I don't know. UConn came in 12th.
UConn came in 12th, so not that bad. Not that different in the whole grand scheme of things. But let me give our quick congratulations to our winning teams. We have ASU in first, Washington in second, Robert Morris in third, fourth place, believe that was Mizzou, and fifth place we have UC San Diego. Notable kills, didn't do that last game. Raikou had 4, Platypus 4, Isolith 3, Squalid movie 2, Divism 3. UConn had no kills as well.
Oh man.
So
we're back down to a 1-point difference.
Oh my gosh, these teams are going at it. Okay, it's too much. It's actually too much. But yeah,
this is gonna be one heck of a fight to the finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say this enough. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Diamond. Last 2 games of the regular season.
UConn after today is going to end with 416. And UC Irvine is going to end today with 415.
Elm Zero, by the way, 7 kills. I forgot to see that. I just saw that in the chat. Excuse me, lady.
Oh, great job. Great job from Elm Zero.
Elm Zero, just... Again.
Happy birthday to you, dude.
Happy birthday with 7 frags. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be bringing in Arizona State University really quick to an interview. We'll be with them momentarily. Right now, we're bringing you to them. Hi, guys. Well, ASU, welcome to the stream. How are we all doing tonight?
Hello.
Hello.
Doing great. Pretty good.
Doing all right.
Do you want to actually try something?
That's a lie.
Do you guys want to go down and introduce yourselves so the stream can know a voice to name? For me?
Agni, you're on top.
All right. I'm Agni. This is my voice. Hello. Hope you like it.
I'm Fallen. I actually didn't play in these games. I'm just here. So
I'm just here.
Ominism.
I'm Snow.
And I'm Rai, or Raiq.
So, welcome, guys. Congratulations on your win. I believe now you've broken the tie. You are the highest winning team in CBA for this season. How does that feel?
For the season, and they're tied for first overall as well.
With Riverside, yeah?
Yeah, with Riverside.
Feels pretty good. Winning a lot of games.
So what do you guys think? What goes through your head? What is your key to success, you guys think? What do you do every game that you think other teams don't do?
Not sure if other teams do it or not, but honestly, we just try and take the best positions as early as possible, and that's a lot of the reason why we get the circle, and a lot of people keep saying that we get lucky, though I do think some circles have been kind of ridiculous. Like the first game, the entire melee circle was pretty ridiculous because the plane was so far away, and we just long shoot it over there. But like in the second game, we went to the center of the circle. We played from that area and just slow pushed in from the edge, and the circle wasn't exactly on us, but it's close enough for us to be able to push in from our position. So
yeah. So speaking of positions, actually, that last circle, you guys were in the little trench right there. What was kind of going through your head in terms of communications about what you guys have to do? Because that was kind of a rough spot to be in towards the edge of the circle.
Yeah, so we kind of got stuck in that position after we were trying to rotate into the second circle. We went for those double stacks where Platypus was fighting Robert Morris. And we tried to push to those double stacks, and we got fired at, and we ended up just having to retreat into the trenches where I got picked up after being knocked. And then from there, we looked at the circle, and we're pretty close to the edge for the next circle that was going to come. So we were just watching the forest to make sure that nobody came in from behind, because we know that if we go in the trenches, we're going to have to watch multiple angles. So we want to make sure that we have to watch the least amount of angles possible. So after we pushed into the trenches, after the circle popped and we pushed into the trenches, we essentially just split up and we all watched different angles to make sure that if anybody came to peek us, that we would all be able to take cover from the correct direction, because the trench doesn't really offer very much cover.
No, definitely not. And speaking of trench, actually, I was going to ask you specifically, Rai, what happened in that trench? You went down and you were down in the trench, but going, what do you call it? You saw the whole team kind of moving away from you. What happened there? What were the comms like?
Well, I got knocked when we were driving, and I was yelling at Agni after he took over, just stop the car and then come pick me up. But they still had an angle on him, I guess, but they couldn't see me for whatever reason. So
I was just pushing far away because when Rai got down, I didn't have a smoke to cover him. So
so I was yelling at him to smoke me, and he's like, I have no smoke. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna die probably.
Instead of
but we ended up being able to make it into the trench, and then for some reason, all three of them were running away from me. So I was yelling at them to come pick me up.
As soon as he dropped into the trench, I turned around. I came back. I was like,
guys, you're leaving me. Come back.
Like, yo, and I was like, oh, he made it. I was like, all right, let's go back.
They ended up having to fight Oregon. Honestly, they were just in that compound to the north of you.
Yeah, we definitely got saved by that engagement.
Yeah. We were worried about them coming over from the hill and peeking into the trench, but Agni had ran ahead and he was at the crates watching our north side where that vehicle had pulled up, and so we just took turns peeking the angle, and then the rest of us would run until we made it out of the trench.
Then we pushed back to the trench.
Are we giving away all our strats right now?
That's actually, I was about to ask you guys kind of, so you're talking about strats now, but you guys are pretty 99.9 repeating percent chance, even almost 100% chance to get into playoffs this season.
They are literally mathematically in. They cannot they cannot possibly lose. They could have Yeah, no, there's no possible way for them to be out of playoffs.
Just let everyone AFK drop and let UW kill us all. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I think the sad part
Gremlins.
is, I think even if UW got every single kill in the next 2 games and placed and got chicken dinners, I don't even know, honestly, if they could possibly catch up to you to take first.
Yeah, with 2 games left.
Yeah, right now we have like a 150-point lead or so, and it's gonna stay about the same after this week. So it's gonna be rough if they want to try and take our position.
Wow.
But I mean, at this point, both of you guys are guaranteed to playoffs. So I'm going to pose the same question I asked UW earlier. I know you guys have the strats for this season. First, I actually want to ask you, do you guys have a set spot that you drop? Do you practice like one position? I know you guys like military. Is that
drop
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, we drop Millie. That's what we do.
So what goes into that? I know you guys, ASU and Millie is slowly becoming like UTSA and Pachinki, but like, so what goes into it? What do you guys like to do at military that other spots don't offer?
It's good for rotating to the left and right side of the map. So if the circle goes like, say if you go Yelesnaya or something, you have a pretty rough path if the circle goes all the way to the west side, because you're probably going to be passing through multiple squads, multiple compounds. So it's pretty hard to get over there, or you have to do it very slowly. But for Millie, generally you just have to worry about people camping around the bridge area, and then after that you have pretty free reign to move to the left or right sides of the map. So it's good for rotating in that sense.
Surprisingly, we never got bridge camp. Not saying that I want to get bridge camp. Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, actually,
worry about circle, guys.
That's another question. I'm interested to see your guys' opinions on dropping military. Why do you not think teams in CBA like to bridge camp? It's just not something I've seen a lot of, even in that first game where it was prime location to bridge camp. No one really did. So what do you guys think goes into that decision?
It's the same. I think it's pretty close to the same reason why we don't bridge camp. Like in game 1, the circle was like completely on Millie base, and we landed Millie. So we could have easily just. Looks like we lost one. We could have easily just bridge camped Novo or Novo Bridge or I guess Prim Bridge, the east and west bridges. We could have picked one and camped it, but we didn't because if you let squads rotate around you, you're just going to get pinched one way or another, especially if the circle goes south, which it ended up doing in game 1. You have a hard time rotating into that circle. So
a fight all the way across bridge is also most times a stalemate.
yeah, so every time we go across bridge, we pretty much check every single angle somebody be campings, except for at the very end, which is the only place you can't see. So if you just make it to the very end, or the RV on the end of the bridge, if there's people camping at the very end, you're just going to be in a stalemate. So both of you are probably just going to die to circle unless somebody disengages. So
and then it wasn't worth it anyway.
Yeah.
No, interesting. So, and then now following that up, are you guys going to change anything? I'm not asking what you're going to change, but if anything, are you going to mix it up possibly? Are there plans to talk about maybe doing something different for playoffs?
Yeah, we're actually still trying to figure out what we want to do for playoffs, because it's going to be a completely different set of teams. Teams are generally going to be more skilled, so we're going to have to take more careful firefights, and we're definitely going to have to focus more on positioning. So we're still talking about what we want to do for playoffs. We haven't quite figured it out yet.
Oh, interesting. It's so do you have any teams you're looking out for? I know you mentioned kind of in other divisions maybe that you've seen play you're kind of scared of. I know probably like the first, second, and third teams in those divisions, but maybe anyone a little bit lower in the bracket that you're thinking about, maybe a bit of a problem for you guys?
I don't know if any team being a problem in particular, but there's definitely a lot of teams that know how to take positions early in the circle and to hold those positions. UW knows how to do it. UIUC knows how to do it. UTSA might learn how to do it. So like, there's a lot of teams that.
Shots fired.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if UTSA learns how to do it, then they'll definitely be a big threat because they have a lot of skill on their team.
Wow.
So.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that one coming tonight.
All right, so I have one question for you guys. So you have been, obviously you've been watching these this whole season very closely, and we've been touting it up the whole stream. It doesn't particularly matter to you guys, I know that, but to the rest of our viewers, it probably does. So, as you've seen, it 8th and 9th, UConn and UC Irvine. Who do you think is going to come out on top and take the last playoff spot?
8th and 9th. What's the difference in their points right now?
I think it's like one.
I'm gonna willingly bet on that.
You said that's Irvine and who?
Irvine and UConn.
Irvine and UConn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, I don't know very much about those two teams, but based on my knowledge from last season, or the first season of CBA, when we were all in the same division, I'd probably have to give it to Irvine. But I haven't played, or I mean, I guess they're in our division, but we haven't really been in very many engagements with those two teams. So we're not really sure, or I'm not really sure, I guess I should say, which one is going to come out on top there, but I think I had to give it to Irvine.
I think I'll go with UConn. Mr. Muffs, man, he's pretty sneaky. He can make it in circles.
Yeah.
I caught him so many times, like from behind, like sneaking up on us. He made it to top 5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Consistently.
There's one game I remember. He was on like the bottom of a hill, and you guys were holding the top of it, and then he was all the way around, and it was impressive how he did.
Yeah, he took 3 M24 shots from Agni to get to that position. I don't know. We have no idea how he lived, but he got there.
I shot his leg out, and then I'm like, my team was fighting, and Snow got down, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold him on a pause over here. I'll get back to him after, because I have to go help my team. And then like we fought, we took down like UCSD or something, and then like Connecticut was pushing up on us too, and then we fell back a little bit, and then I dealt with like Muffs later. Fallen spots him, he's like behind us, and I'm like, oh okay, cool. Yeah, this is the guy I shot 3 times, and he survived.
So we've heard from 2 of you. We want to hear the tiebreakers. Fallen Angel, Omnism, Snow Dragons.
I gotta agree with Agni. Mr. Muffs is actually a pretty good player. I've seen him play, so there goes my vote.
So that's UConn for Fallen Angel.
I vote Irvine based on my prior knowledge of them. They've actually wrecked me a few times in preseason when everything was getting started. I believe from my past experience that they can deal some damage if they put their heads into the game. So my vote goes to Irvine.
All right, Omnism, you're the tiebreaker.
I don't feel as if I can provide valued input because I haven't really played with either of these teams.
Have you seen any replays? Have you seen?
I've watched.
Oh, come on, can't leave us hanging like this.
I guess I have to say UConn because I've seen Mr. Muffs play as well, and I haven't seen Irvine play nearly as much.
All right, so
you heard it here, folks.
Mr. Muff's gonna have to carry UConn. Apparently, that's what ASU's saying.
Arizona State says UConn. Everybody.
Only half of us say UConn.
Oh, yeah, it was a tie, so we'll see.
Got this, Mr.
Are we betting on CBA?
No.
No, don't put that in people's heads, please. No.
Hey man, just saying, like if people want to really gamble, PUBG is the game to do it. You know,
with all the RNG. It's actually basically RNG.
A game about minimizing RNG, I would say. So I mean, any final thoughts? Any last words for the viewers or for other potential teams out there? Coming into the playoff season.
Pretty excited to play against UTSA. I played with them against in Captain's Draft, I think, and in one of the preseason games. But both those engagements were really short. But I want to have a full-blown engagement with them and see how that is.
Interesting.
Pretty scary, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my boy Elm Zero. Is his birthday today?
Yeah. Happy
and
birthday,
the next time we play, I got a bullet with your name on it, man.
Oh no!
Oh,
I can already hear Elm Zero.
Oh no! Oh yeah! I can see it. Yeah.
He's such a great guy, man. He's such a great. He even came into our lobby just to say good luck, man.
What a guy!
A man to play with.
He's a great guy.
What a guy! You guys are going to be pretty close after tonight, by the way. Looking at our top killers really quick. You came into tonight, Snow Dragons, with 77, and Elm came in with 71, and with that 7-kill game he had last game,
was so close.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Man. Snow, how you
Guess we're
feel
gonna
about
go
that?
all out fragging then.
Hey, man.
Number one
He's
spot.
on
All right,
my
we're gonna
tail
start
in the-
funneling all of our kills into snow.
I'm telling you, in
Oh,
the
and-
beginning of the season, I thought I was gonna have to go against Urine Treble. I mean, I know he's also right behind me, but in the beginning of the season, he and I were competing, and out of nowhere, I don't know how to pronounce the first place, man. Suka? Is that how you pronounce it?
Suka.
Suka? I don't know where he came from. I was just one day randomly checking the scoreboards, and I was like, what the? Why is there a dude that has literally 20 more kills than I do? What?
Where'd it
I
come
need to
from?
I need to meet this man. Like, I need to meet this man. But Elm Zero, he's definitely gonna be trying to get my spot. You're in treble also. It's Raven. I haven't seen.
Oh,
Oh damn!
you know, I'm looking for the UTSA ASU kind of rivalry going into playoffs. It's sounding like this is the beginnings of.
Oh, I want
Elm
to shout
Zero's
out
gonna
to
always
Oregon.
have that rivalry against us.
Oh yeah, shout
I
out to
want
Oregon.
to shout out to
Yep.
Oregon. I really want to see them in playoffs. Chuba and my boy Hated. Really excited to play against them too. I hope they make it.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are pretty excited for playoffs. To be honest, after hearing all your feedback.
Hopefully, it isn't around the same time as finals. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna blow.
that's gonna be.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
playoffs starts in like 2 weeks, but you guys get to skip the first week, so.
Oh,
you guys
nice.
have,
Okay.
What,
Yeah,
3
but
week
the
break after Sunday?
qualifiers.
So we just have finals are on 4/28.
That
So
yeah, that's
Somewhere around
the
there. Yeah.
Yep.
all right, yeah, that's the beginning of ASU's finals.
so.
Oh boy.
That's actually the first day, or the first day of the final round of playoffs.
Yeah,
Okay.
the beginning of UConn's finals as well. So. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can make it in first.
Oh.
Oh
A lot of
man.
shots being fired tonight.
Damn.
Hey,
These big shots.
too much roasting. All right.
I
We rotated the pig long enough. We need to take it off and eat it now.
Yeah.
don't know how to respond to that other than
Yeah, really.
I agree. ASU,
All right.
thank you so much for coming on. It was an entertaining talk, and I appreciate your guys' input.
Yeah,
Alright, thank you for
anytime.
having
Awesome,
us.
thanks for having us.
Give us some more interviews.
we'll, we'll see how it goes in playoffs, my dudes.
Games?
I think I'll say see you next time then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, see you next time.
it's
See you next
confidence.
See you
time.
next time.
And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm waiting. We're gonna try and get Mr. Muffs in here and we're gonna see what he has to say. Because if anything, it's been an interesting night for him, and it's been an interesting night for UConn in general. So as we wait for that to get brought in, yeah, I mean, just a great night overall. A lot of it didn't really change much. There's still 1 point. There's a 1 point difference there.
Yeah, 1 point. That was literally no change. It was the exact same coming into tonight.
It's actually hysterical. like I didn't expect it. I really didn't. Coming out of tonight.
Sunday is really going to be a defining day for
Yeah.
For Diamond, at least. Diamond will come to you at 6 p.m.
On
Sunday
Sunday. Yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, that is.
Mm-hmm. And then again, we'll have our Ruby, what do you call it? Our Ruby and Emerald games on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to see the rest of those division split, the rest of those splits. So I'm not sure.
We're trying.
We're trying to get him in. Don't know if he's around. If not, I will try and get him in for the Sunday games as well, seeing about how they do. I'll give it a little bit more time here, but if I cannot, we appreciate everybody coming out tonight and checking the stream out. Exciting games, I would say. And if you enjoyed everything that you saw tonight. You can check us out at, like we said earlier, tomorrow 9 p.m. for the Division 2 games. Thursday 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for our Ruby and Emerald games, and then Sunday the big finale of the regular season play. For 6 p.m. for Diamond, 9 p.m. for Emerald and Ruby.
Absolutely.
And let's quickly thank of all our viewers for coming out, supporting the stream, and our subscribers. Of course, we have the CBA Snake Boys emote that you just see in chat right now. If you're interested, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel. By no means is it necessary, but we appreciate every single subscriber for our channel that helps makes Collegiate Battlegrounds the premier Collegiate PUBG League. And since I don't see him,
I don't believe we're gonna be able to get Mr. Muffs in here. So
unfortunately, but
that's gonna be all for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Like Goose said, make sure you follow so you know when we're going live. Subscribe if you're feeling so generous. Remember, you may have a Twitch Prime subscription that you don't even know you have, and we would very much appreciate getting that subscription. It's free for you.
Helps us out. Also, social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel. If you want to watch replays or get notifications, updates about the league, our Discord. Check that out if you have questions for the staff and players. Ladies and gentlemen, I will stop talking. You guys have a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow, actually.